Before we begin this incredible story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because the treasure we're about to uncover might just be sitting in your pocket, forgotten, for over 40 years. Now, imagine this for a moment. It's the early 1980s. The world feels different, slower, simpler, and yet full of change. You can smell the dust of the old shops, hear the soft rustle of banknotes, and the metallic ring of coins echoing from cash registers that seem to hold the sound of history itself. Back then, money wasn't just about numbers. It carried stories, stories of nations, of people, of craftsmanship, and sometimes of mystery. Among those coins, small and ordinary in appearance, there was one that almost everyone handled but no one truly looked at. A tiny bronze coin, easy to overlook, shining faintly in the palm of your hand. The 1982 South African 5-cent coin. You might have had one yourself, tucked away in a drawer, dropped into a jar, or perhaps used to buy a piece of candy for a child who's now grown with children of their own. But today, that little coin, once worth almost nothing, has become a symbol of history, rarity, and staggering value. Let's take a journey back to where it all began. South Africa in 1982 was a place of transition, a country standing at the edge of old traditions and new beginnings. The mint in Pretoria was working tirelessly, producing coins that would circulate across the nation. The 5-cent coin was never meant to be special. It was a workhorse of the economy, small, practical, made of copper and nickel, featuring the proud Springbok antelope on one side and the coat of arms on the other. It was the kind of coin people didn't think twice about. But as time passed, something extraordinary began to happen. You see, in every minting year, there are always tiny details, small imperfections, or limited production runs that can transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. In 1982, for reasons that even experts still debate, a limited number of 5-cent coins were struck with subtle variations, differences so minute that only trained eyes could spot them. Some were struck on slightly different planchets, others had faint minting errors, and a few were preserved in near-perfect condition. These small differences, invisible to most, turned a simple coin into a piece of history that collectors today would pay fortunes to possess. Now think about it. How many times have we all dismissed those small coins, tossed them aside, not realizing the kind of legacy they could carry? That's what makes stories like this so powerful. They remind us that value isn't always visible at first glance. Sometimes, the smallest things in life end up meaning the most. Just as we treasure old photographs, letters, and keepsakes, coins too are silent witnesses to our history. They've passed through countless hands, witnessed untold stories, and survived the rise and fall of eras as the years rolled by. The 1982 5-cent coins slowly vanished from circulation. People spent them without a thought, and the few that remained pristine were tucked away unknowingly in private drawers and collections. Then, decades later, coin collectors began to notice something remarkable. Auction houses started reporting unusually high bids for certain 5-cent coins, particularly those from 1982 that displayed near-mint conditions or rare features. Prices began to climb, hundreds, then thousands, then tens of thousands. What had once been a coin for buying sweets was now commanding prices that could buy a house. But it's fascinating, isn't it? How time transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. For many older collectors, this coin represents more than just monetary worth. It's a piece of their youth, a memory of a time when South African coins jingled in their pockets as they went about their daily lives. The patina, the shine, even the sound of that little coin hitting a countertop carries a sense of nostalgia, a connection to a past that feels alive again when you hold it. Now, what truly pushes the 1982 5-cent coin into legend is not just its rarity, but its story, the human connection to it. Every collector who owns one feels they're holding more than metal. They're holding time itself. Imagine unearthing such a coin in a forgotten jar or at the back of a dusty drawer. The thought that something so small could hold such immense value is both humbling and thrilling. It's a reminder that fortune often hides in the simplest corners of life. In recent years, experts have documented only a limited number of these coins in exceptional condition. They're graded carefully, analyzed under magnification, and authenticated for purity, strike, and preservation. The most pristine example ever discovered, untouched by circulation and preserved like a time capsule, shocked the numismatic world when its estimated value was revealed. Collectors around the world couldn't believe it. A 5-cent piece, once traded without thought, now rivaling the price of luxury cars, rare art, and even homes. This incredible rise in value has turned the 1982 South African 5-cent coin into one of the most sought-after coins in the Southern Hemisphere. The rarity of its perfect specimens, combined with its historical backdrop, has given it almost mythical status among coin enthusiasts. For older collectors, especially those who remember handling these coins firsthand, it's like a piece of their own past suddenly turned into gold. So why are collectors willing to pay such astronomical prices? It's not just about metal or design. It's about owning a tangible piece of a bygone world, a connection to history that can be touched, felt, and cherished. Each coin tells a story of the time it was minted, the hands it passed through, and the world it once belonged to. For men who grew up in the 1960s, 70s, or 80s, this little coin is a reminder of youthful days, of hard work, of change, and perhaps a lesson that even the smallest moments and objects in life can grow in value with time. So before you dismiss that jar of old coins sitting in your cupboard, take a closer look. You might just find a treasure hidden in plain sight, a relic of history that could change your fortune overnight. Because the world of numismatics, the study and collecting of coins, is full of surprises. What may seem like a humble coin from your past could, in the right condition, be worth far more than you ever imagined. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the value. The rarest, most pristine example of the 1982 South African 5-cent coin has been valued by collectors and auction houses at an astounding $4 million. Yes, you heard that right. $4 million for a coin once worth just 5 cents. A simple reminder that history rewards those who pay attention, that the past still holds treasures waiting to be discovered. So, if you're watching this and you're from that generation who remembers these coins jingling in your pocket, go take a look through your collection, your drawers, your keepsakes. You might be holding a fortune without even knowing it. And if you love stories like this, tales of history, value, and discovery, don't forget to subscribe. Because the next coin we talk about might just be sitting in your home right now, waiting for its story to be told.